I think I thought James was coming in to take a swing at me. Yeah, this is great. I'm in Death Cab for Cutie. Everything I thought I knew about Jeopardy was wrong. Like, it can be played a better, smarter way. Hey, it's the GOAT, Ken Jennings. And in honor of the Jeopardy postseason, I'm looking back at some of my tournament games. I won them all, right? Right? We've made it to the Jeopardy All-Star Games.
What are you looking for in a teammate?
Well, maybe it's just because of like how I came up on Jeopardy back in the day, Alex, but I really respect like a long regular season streak. Like,
right.
No category that scares them. The captains would draft for three-person teams, but then we would have to decide, which of your three players would play in which rounds. I really don't need that little Superman forelock there. You could pull that back. This was so weird to do a draft day thing on stage. Everybody's on bleachers.
Who is your selection?
I've been told I cannot pick IBM's Watson. Is that correct?
That is right.
Carbon-based life only?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Matt Jackson.
Matt.
I was very lucky and I got Matt Jackson. You won't see the clip of me picking my other teammate, Monica. I actually pronounced her name wrong, and so they were unable to use the clip.
18 of the most
We look pretty cool
Jeopardy
there.
players have been invited back to play again.
Here is your clue. His seldom used last name reflects his birth near the mouth of a river that flows from the Alps to the North Sea. And
Monica's playing final.
37,500 going.
And we don't know. Look at that.
Will likely go up if Monica wagered anything, and did her team wager 2,503, bumping her up to $40,003.
So we advanced to the finals. Unfortunately, so did Brad's team.
White House 1600.
Answer there. Daily double.
In this game, I just remember Brad finding the daily doubles, and there's nothing you can do about that. He played well, but I feel like my whole team was playing great. I had no regrets about this tournament, except that Brad had great daily double feng shui when he needed it.
What is the French and Indian War?
You have just added to your score.
That is really exciting when you get to see just kind of random guys in button-downs pumping their fists.
Over to Matt Jackson now on Team Ken. You had 16,200 going in. You wrote down all of the required digits. And that
Show the work,
means
Matt.
you're right,
Good
and
job.
you will add how much money today? That brings you up to 48,700. Now to Team Brad. Larissa.
We had already done the math.
You're standing behind.
Matt knew he was done there. And Larissa had an
figure of
amazing round.
34,000. Did you
Larissa
come up
was
with
kind of
correct
the all-star of
response?
Team Brad here.
You did? Did you risk anything?
Didn't have to.
You did not. They couldn't be caught today. They are a $1 million champion. Larissa, Brad.
I had forgotten that Larissa was the one on stage for the last final. That's great, because she had an amazing tournament. I don't think people knew how amazing she was.
Is unbroken.
It's funny, my shaggier hair there is like how I used to wear my hair, and at the time I was like, yeah, this is great. I'm in Death Cab for Cutie. What's up with Mr. Emo Jeopardy there? Like, just put some hairspray on, Ken. And finally, we're at the GOAT. Everybody's wearing some purple-tinged wardrobe. We're wearing pancreatic cancer ribbons for Alex, who had already had his diagnosis.
James Holzhauer, when you appeared on our program about a year ago, you came on like gangbusters.
I was very scared of James, having watched his original run, and just realizing everything I thought I knew about Jeopardy was wrong. Like, it can be played a better, smarter way by like a new generation of player. And so I felt pretty obsolete. I was very, very intimidated by James, and rightly so. Before, during, and after for 1,200.
And so there, the other
Oh, I just picked it out an hour. See, I didn't used to play like that. That's very uncomfortable for me to just start searching for daily doubles. Not where I feel comfortable, but I am gonna go all in, 8,600. Please. See, I never would have done this before. You just have to know that James is about to do it, so you might want to do it first. And then you're very relieved.
LBJ's Secretary of Defense.
And this is a three-part before and after. And I don't know Clark Clifford, I'm not sure, but I know it's Lewis and Clark and it's Clifford Odets. What is Lewis and Clark Clifford Odets?
You got it.
But yeah, that's genuine stress.
And there are no more daily doubles.
Thank goodness, I don't think I can do that again.
James first, he had 7,400. He wrote down, who is the ghost, greatest hostess
Wow,
in the
he has a whole acronym lined up?
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
feel like maybe he He's pre-writing
You're
Alex
losing
tributes.
908 points. And you wrote down there, who is the GOAT's greatest host of syndicated TV? And you started to write Pat Sajak, is that right?
What?
I wish you had risked more points. So that gives you a two-game total of 33,692. Now we go down to Brad Rutter. He had 10,000. He wrote down who?
Ken S.L. Ombre.
See, that's the problem with the handwriting. You have to end up reading your own joke out loud. But I could read it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the Jeopardy Comedy Hour. Did Ken come up with Arcadia? He did. What did he wager?
I thought James was coming in to take a swing at me. I was not expecting the
The lead with
tribute.
65,600.
It was a good format for big wagers, because if you lose the game, it's not over. You know, you're going to come back the next day with a clean slate. So it really incentivized, just like we do in Masters, like big wagers and big swings. I still wasn't comfortable with it, but that's just because that's not the show I grew up watching.
In spite of these scores you see here, we'll get rid of those scores right now. We will, of course, add them to whatever the...
Hey, Brad's score's still on there.
I like how horrified I look. Wow. Like, why am I here for this drive-by?
To be that kind of competition, hasn't it?
Alex doesn't try to one-up it. He's just like, oh, more of this.
Here's your clue.
So at this point, I know I have the upper
He
hand,
has
and I have a
272
category I
speeches,
like.
the most of any...
And then I see the clue and I think, oh, this is hard to guess, but I think I've actually read this
30
before.
seconds, good luck.
So I had some memory of who this was, even though it seemed hard to puzzle through. Ooh, I forgot this version of the Final Jeopardy music. This one hasn't come back. It's a little bit, what's going on here? It's like 8-bit video game music? Ooh, it's like we just got an extra life or something. And I think what I'm thinking now is, I bet this is right, but I wonder if James
Brad,
has
we come to you
it.
first.
Because I think I can win
You
if
come
James
up with
doesn't
the
have
correct
this.
response to
So
our
you're just thinking about your
All the
opponents.
best, Alex. Thank you so much. What did you risk?
Zero anyway.
Nothing. So you earn 1,400 points today. Earlier, you did not earn.
Just not Brad's
anything at all,
tournament,
so
but,
1,400
the greatest
is
player of his
total
generation.
for the match. Now we come to Ken Jennings. His response was, who is Iago? That is the
I'm looking at
correct
Alex for a
response.
tip. Is that right? Is that right?
Your wager.
Whew.
Nothing. Interesting. That gives you a total for the match of 88,600 as we come to James Holzhauer. He had 4.
But I'm pretty sure it's not a done deal.
Did
Yeah,
he come
he
up
can come back
with
here if he bets
Iago?
enough. So I don't know what happens until, so watch my hand.
And it doesn't matter. your
Oh,
wager.
like my hand just disappears, like, because it just hit me what's about to happen.
You are the champion.
Congratulations. That was a heck of a match.
Heck of a match.
The greatest of all
I genuinely couldn't believe it. Like, that was not like a bit like, for little old me, like I really had never held a Jeopardy trophy.
years for Ken Jennings to finally answer.
I had never stood on this part of the
Is
stage.
he
I'd only
as
been over in the other part
good
clapping
as
for
he
Brad,
appeared
you
to
know?
be in that great run on Jeopardy. The greatest of all time Jeopardy champion.
I really wanted Brad to have like a really good game. And I didn't love that he wasn't having a great tournament. I just realized, oh, he just never got his buzzer going. And I've been there, usually against him. I still have never beaten Brad Rutter in his prime, and I'm not sure I could have. I get embarrassed when someone says the GOAT, actually. Like, we never argued about who was the GOAT. Like, that appeared when I was already in my 40s. So to me, the GOAT is like when Charlie Brown loses a baseball game, he's the GOAT. It's like a bad thing. So I had to like adjust to millennial and up usage of the GOAT. You can catch this year's postseason on Hulu and Peacock. We're so glad you're here. Stick around and click that subscribe button so you see all our latest videos.